The best of AXA is here in this room here in Prague. This is going to be again very memorable for me personally. I enjoyed every bit of the time spending with you.
So thank you very much and congratulations to each one of you. Once again, enjoy the rest of the day, enjoy the rest of tomorrow.
Why no sound?
here today. Thank you for giving us this wonderful opportunity to touch people's lives through our Accent Discovery Day. May you guide all the speakers that they may be able to deliver their messages across. May you also guide our guests that they may be able to embrace our noble purpose and appreciate its significance in people's lives. Please also continue to protect us, Lord, from the current health crisis that's before us and heal those afflicted. Lord, you are in control of all things, and we place our lives into your hands. We offer everything to you, Lord, and we bring back all the glory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Bucket list. Does it sound familiar to you? Do you have one? I'm sure part of that list are your hashtag travel goals. Speaking of, our special guest today, ladies and gentlemen, are the pleasing and service oriented men and women that we usually meet when we travel. They are from the aviation, hotel, and restaurant industry. They will share with us their reasons why they crossed the line and how have they been since. For this, once again, I'd like to welcome you all to the Grand AXA Discovery Day. I'm your host, Francis. Mabuhay. For us to take off, let's call on our first speaker. In these challenging times, only the best health and life insurance programs and reliable financial advisors can guarantee your financial wellness. Our first speaker, ladies and gentlemen, is the president and owner of Travel Warehouse Incorporated, the official travel partner of AXA Philippines. He will share his insights about the travel industry and why it's important to have a financial advisor or be a financial advisor at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2016 SCAL International Travel Personality of the Year for Outbound Tour category and the founder of Fly and Share program, Mr. Jason Yang. Hi, Jason.
Good morning, Francis.
Jason, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, AXA.
Good morning. Go ahead, Jason. Take it away.
Thank you, Francis. And again, good morning, AXA. I wish I'm saying good morning right now at the airport, saying hi and hello to everyone like we used to do. Or I wish we are in a grand ballroom, checking if you're enjoying your breakfast, or maybe in a grand lobby of a hotel with me and Lizelle, welcoming you with a free drinks and the whole CCA team. So, well, that's what we do for AXA. We are one of your official travel partners. Again, my name is Jason Yang from Travel Warehouse. Before I discuss everything, let me give you a brief background about TWI. We started TWI 1999. That was the height of Asian financial crisis. The motivating factor to put up or to set up a travel agency then is my passion for travel. I just want to travel. I'm not really enjoying the 9 to 6 job that I have then. So I decided, okay, I think Jason, the right business for you is a travel agency. So we put it up, but we didn't know that we're in the global crisis 20 years ago. So we put it up, and then I found a partner. I thought madali lang yung travel agency, pero you need a lot of money. You need to set up equipment. And if you have a good friends that will trust you, that will believe in you, they will help you. So eventually we set up TWI. We had probably 6 employees then. Like any other businesses, we have ups and downs. Since after financial crisis, we had issues with SARS. TWI used to buy a lot of we call it wholesaler. We will buy the whole seat in the plane, let's say 100, 200 seats, and then we will sell it to other travel agencies. that time, Hong Kong was very popular. I think Hong Kong Disneyland was just recently opened. And then all of a sudden, there's this SARS crisis. Nalugi agad ang travel warehouse yan. Probably in the first 5 years, we're not really earning money. On our 6 years, there's this 2011, we had this 9/11 in New York. So no one wants to travel. The plane was basically, literally a flying bomb that time. So we want to give up. But me, even when I was in college, I'm already a risk taker. If we close the office, we already declared that we already lost in the business. So I told my partner, probably hindi lang natin nakita yung correct market. And if we close the travel warehouse that time, probably 10 employees will lose their jobs. So pinag-guilty ko pa yung partner ko. So let's continue this business until finally one day, we find the right market for us. We see potential in incentive tours. Like what AXA is doing now, you send your best people abroad for an incentive trip. We targeted that segment. We targeted that market. When we say MICE, it's meeting, incentive, convention, and events. So since then, we were able to tap insurance companies, food companies, pharmaceutical companies, and then our first MICE probably was this giant big company. I will not mention the name anywhere, but they're really big, as in big. So we handled their incentive trip in Kuala Lumpur. I will not say it was perfect, but we did our best, and they're very happy with it. So there's no social media then. We started with dial-up internet. So wala pang probably Friendster, but the best marketing you will have that time was the referrals. From one account, we generated new clients, and then we established happy and loyal clients, and then we started innovation. If you will notice, we presented same day editing to AXA, and they're very thrilled with it. Imagine, in one day we will summarize everything that happened in an incentive bid. We introduced that to AXA, and I'm sure it was copied by the competitors. But I don't care. We want to we want to innovate. We want to be ahead of everyone. We also introduced a pre-departure briefing that you just don't distribute travel kits. We have presentation, we have production number, we have belly dancer if you're going to Dubai, we have dragon dancer if you're going to Taiwan or Hong Kong or China. PWI introduces lahat ng gimmick na to. So we are unstoppable. We are unstoppable, and overnight we became very popular in our industry. They're trying to copy everything, our travel kit, our collaterals, our room drops. Every morning you will see people in my office, people from the airline industry, people from the hotel, tour operators. They will fly to Manila just to have appointment with TWI. I'm modesty aside, we can say that wow, from 6 employees, naging 32 kami. Parang it's an achievement. Imagine if we close the office. I can say malakas ako. I have a great God na if I ask something, He will give it to me. Sabi ko lang, sana wag lumaki yung ulo ko because we got recognition left and right. We got awards. We had plenty of clients. We actually very busy. In the past 21 years of TWI, I already visited 90 countries. And for 2020, I really want to visit 100. My goal is to reach 100, my 100th country for 2020. I'm supposed to leave for Antarctica so I can complete the whole 7 continent. Ako kahit may SARS or meron terrorist attack, I will just travel. I really don't care. Because I survived everything. I survived the SARS, I survived the 9/11. I can go. But when the airline started to stop, then we cannot do anything. So going back, how do we take care? Since TWI is, I will say, relevant already in the industry, we want to take care of our clients. I don't want a lot of accounts. For me, that's my marketing strategy. We don't need volume. What we need are quality and loyal clients. So we focus on MICE. TWI was probably one of the preferred travel agencies handling your incentive trips. We're handling militaries, we're handling this industry. So and then if you maintain the client, finally we already established our market, it's the incentive, it's the MICE market, and finally, TWI started to recover all our losses. Meaning, I mean, it's not a huge income, but we are not at loss. We are not even at break even. We're earning a little. TWI is really growing. With the help of our loyal clients, including AXA, we finally earning money, and our hard work finally paid off. And then part of our success is not just because we take the risk. Part of our success is hiring the best people in the industry. We started pirating managers from the biggest travel agencies in the Philippines. So from 6 employees, we became, right now we are around 35, almost 40. Part of this success because they work hard for it. I cannot just claim it myself. The owner of TWI cannot just claim it na because TWI is successful because of just the owner. It's always your people because your people did very good. Your people worked hard for to make the company successful. So what I did is to give back that the success to our employees. We started increasing their salary. We started giving them benefits. We started providing them the best HMO. Sabi ko, let's secure it. My concept of security, my concept of protection, that time was just give them health card. So when they go to the hospital, meron silang free consultation. That's my concept of protection. So, okay, give the best to travel your house. We can afford it already. And then, I saw my clients, they're all traveling. At AXA, for example, is giving this incentive trips. We are travel agency. How come my people cannot travel? Or probably the best we had was a Boracay trip during our 10th year anniversary, and after that, that's it. So I have this idea that if we are a travel agency, our people should also travel. So we will do the same incentive tip like what AXA is doing. Every year we have two trips, one domestic and one international. If we meet this target, we will travel domestic. And then if we meet again another target, we will travel international. So my people started to fly. My people started to travel. Para lang yung farmer. If you can plant rice, then you should be able to eat rice. So ganun yung idea. So I think we started traveling, and for 2020, my goal for my team is to bring them to Europe because I think we already covered the whole Asia. So it's about time to level up. So supposedly we will go to Prague in this 2020, but of course you know what happened. I believe that happy employees will bring more clients. That happy employees will create happy clients. And
since the company is growing, we became busy. The people are now are overwhelmed with their financial power. They can now buy cars. They can travel with their family. They can just go. If you're expecting a big commission, all you have to do in the office, just issue a ticket, and then you can bring your family abroad. They can now get credit cards, 5 credit cards. I always see them 5 credit cards in their wallet. So with this financial power, we are still unstoppable. And I was the busiest probably president of a travel agency. Imagine this morning, I will fly to Bali, Indonesia to meet AXA VA, and then the next day I will fly to Manila to meet Rizal and the whole probably the CCE team. So we will all travel to Europe. I'm not staying at home most of the time. That's why my electric bill is really is just peanuts. It's all because hindi mo nagagamit yung bahay. So I pray, God, I hope you will give me one weekend that I will do nothing. Diba? I mentioned it to you na malakas ako kay Lord. One day, I found myself in a couch, flipping channel. It's already pandemic. And God gave me not just one weekend, but God gave me indefinitely. You will just do nothing. So, beware what you wish for. Then, there's the pandemic. At first, we downplayed the pandemic. Why? Because we survived SARS, we survived 9/11, we survived the Ebola crisis. Where you name it, we have that. We survived that. Then all of a sudden, every time I see news, I think things are not going better. There will be a lockdown. I never experienced a lockdown before. No one from us experienced that. When I see how they did it in China, I said, oh, this lockdown, Philippines cannot afford it. We don't have money to sustain it. But it happened. We had the longest, or we're still in lockdown. We have the longest lockdown in the world. So, okay, this is something serious, and people get infected already. I said, oh, okay, I think it's about time to close the office. People will work from home. And then, of course, hindi na siya maganda. Sabi ko, okay, hopefully we will survive this. If we survive the other crisis, we will survive this one. Our industry is the most affected. Tourism industry is the most affected. Based on the data, uh, the job losses worldwide in the tourism industry will reach probably 100 million or more job losses. IATA forecasted in the aviation industry, IATA alone forecasted that there will be around almost 500,000 people working in the aviation industry that will lose their jobs. In the Philippines, we're very conservative. Dollar projected that it will be between 4 to 5 million Filipinos will be unemployed. But as today, we already reached 7 million. And we are expected it to reach even up to 10 million. The Department of Tourism also projected losses since April 2020 because there's no inbound tourism. And if we say 7 million job losses, we're not even talking of those people who lost their job and hard and indirectly by the tourism industry. These are people selling souvenirs. These are people. These are vendors selling in different resorts. These are the massage therapists. These people hindi yan counted because they're not probably directly hired by the hotels or by the resort. So it's a really big scale. And then as of now, it's very sad because 500 travel agencies in the Philippines, as per our recent data, by our national organization, 500 travel agencies already or decided to permanently close their offices. Meaning, if they keep operating, they will just work on losses. Even you open your agency tomorrow after lockdown, there's no guarantee that there will be clients. So as of now, 500 travel agencies already losses, and we feel bad about it. TWI is in operation. I don't want to sugarcoat things, but we are all working from home. We have regular meeting in the office. The admin team is in the office, but basically what we are doing is this is really sad. Basically, what we are doing is to process refunds. We get refunds from, we have refund requests, millions of pesos. Imagine that you're already losing money, plus you are forced to refund all the deposits. Plus, you continue to pay your employees. Plus, you continue to pay your utilities. Working from home, I can just decide, and me as the owner or co-owner of TWI, I can just decide to close TWI. I will let other travel agencies, they sold all their equipments, they sold everything. They stopped renting from their landlords. And then they're happy. I don't need to worry about monthly overheads. But keeping assuring your employees that you are with them in this time of crisis is not just the right thing to do, but for me, it's the moral thing to do. The assurance that, okay, we might not have the regular incentive trips, we might not travel to Europe this year, but rest assured, you will still have your job. We will try to survive this. We will definitely survive this. And we will this thing shall pass. I mean, TWI is with you. So right now, TWI is working on we call it a bleed money, meaning we are bleeding already, but we still continue to pay TWI. And you know why? Because we can afford that because we had a great 2019, we had a great 2018, probably 2016, 20. I'm very grateful I'm very grateful. We are very grateful to AXA for being loyal, and we are very grateful also to other clients. Without you supporting us in the past years, probably TWI is already closed. So that's a fact. We cannot deny that fact. And I'm going to say this, the importance of being financially prepared. When I become, your clients will be your friends eventually. And I have a confession to make. Every time an AXA financial advisor, will approach me, I have this allergy. Oh my God, opera na ako nito ng insurance. So they will even message me, Jai, how are you? Thank you for a wonderful trip, etc., etc. Eventually you become friends, and you will trust them. And if a real friendship is also all about trust. And then hopefully, my goal, okay, sige, kaibiganin mo ako, I will offer you travel packages for your personal gifts. Or probably I will ask the parents. But AXA people are really, really good. I end up buying a lot of insurance policies. And then, as a business owner also, I have this responsibility for my team. I might say that if I buy one insurance from this financial advisor, probably I will say that because I just want her or him to stop from making me kulit that she's explaining all these things to me. I already have that, but I just buy for the sake of buying. But AXA will advisor will really explain that to you. And I will say that it's not just for the sake of buying it, but I started to believe in the product. So, oh wow, this is really good. Okay, I get sasabihin pala ako, make a partner yan. So they will sell another policy. Okay, I will believe that. I really believe it because I really believe not just in the brand, probably naging confident ako sa brand because I saw the people, I had a first-hand experience na, oh, this is a very good acts of culture. These people talaga pwedeng pagkatiwalaan. So I will buy that. And every time I see, because we have financial freedom in the office, business is good. Every time I see people spending their incentives, spending their commission, buying useless things, then I feel bad because na-educate na ako ni AXA Financial Advisor na dapat siguro i-share mo to sa TWI. You know, ang selling point dyan ni AXA when she convinced me to buy this policy, I will tell her, you know, at financial advisor, insurance is already a cost of a business class ticket. I can travel anywhere. How much is a business class ticket? 300,000. Jai, you already have 12 hours enjoying that business class ticket. But what I'm giving you is not even 100,000, but it will give you a full year protection that you will enjoy, that will give you peace of mind. If you buy business class ticket worth 300,000, it's gone after 12 hours. Okay, that makes sense. So, sabi ko, okay, sige, I will ask you to protect also my employees. If you are serving TWI 5 years or longer, we will give you a retirement plan. So I started to believe that, that this product makes sense. This will give me protection. Going back to pandemic, some travel agencies started to close already. Some even cannot afford to settle their what they call separation pay. We had one colleague who got infected by COVID-19. We got and then he can't afford the bills. He can't afford the bills. So we started to raise funds. So my point here is, if you will not protect yourself, you cannot protect your people. As a business owner, it's your responsibility. And you know, tourism will come back. It will bounce back. TWI and AXA will travel again. But this time, we learned our lesson from the pandemic. We will travel safer. AXA will travel with the best FA. Your flight attendant is TWI. And this time, AXA and TWI will travel with the best FA from AXA, the financial advisor. So that is important. I cannot wait to see all of you again, that we are all flying again safer. Thank you and good morning.
Okay, thank you so much, Jason Yan, for telling us or informing us about the status quo, about how the travel industry was or has been affected by this pandemic. And you did such a good decision in having life insurance policies for yourself for the uncertainties in life. Once again, the president and co-owner of Travel Warehouse Incorporated, Mr. Jason Yang. Okay, now to talk about AXA, the global brand, let me introduce you our next speaker. She's an avid fan of Game of Thrones. She's a dreamer and at the same time a realist. She joined AXA as a trainer, and several years later, she now heads the biggest zone in the country. She's a powerful speaker, a loving mother, and a supportive leader. Please help me welcome the rightful queen of the islands of Visayas. Zone Three's Sales Director, Miss Caro Atilio. Hi, Caro. Good morning. Hi, Caro. Go ahead. Okay. Hello, Carol.
Yeah, hi, I'm here. Sorry, I wasn't sure if I got cut off. Yeah?
Yes, go ahead, Carol. Take it away. We can hear you now.
All right, thank you very much. Apologies for that. I got cut off already. So again, thank you very much, Francis. I'd also like to thank Jai for that amazing sharing that we had.
Yes,
A
sorry,
lot.
Carol, to interrupt. Hello, Carol. If you can start your video, please, for us, so we can see your beautiful face this morning.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, can you see me now? Sorry about that. Okay,
Yes,
so
yes, we can. Go ahead.
all right. So thank you very much, Francis. I'd also like to thank Jai for that very amazing sharing that we had. A lot of the ACTA intensive trips that I have joined, and you have been part of that. And I also would like to travel with you, with CWI, and with the rest of ACTA one of these days. So, I'd like to welcome again everyone to our Active Discovery Day. But before we begin, I would really like you to make sure to thank the person that invited you today. Because about 10 years ago, I attended a session similar to this. Well, not this, virtual, but a live session similar to this. And I will tell you that this really changed my life, and it might change yours. So, what was my life like before AXA? So, I'm not from the travel industry like Jai, but I am here as the AXA officer to talk to you about AXA as a brand. So, a little bit about me and how I started. Before AXA, I was a teacher for about 15 years. And it wasn't my dream to be a teacher. Growing up, I wanted to be a vet, and then I wanted to be a lawyer. And I'll tell you later on how I ended up becoming a teacher. But what I learned in the academy was the power of developing individuals. When you hold someone's future in your hands, and how important that is, and how big of a responsibility that is. After the academy, I went corporate and I joined the BPO, and I was in the BPO for about 5 years. What I learned in the BPO is the importance of performance and metrics. In the BPO, you measure everything. Your call time, your customer satisfaction rating, even I was a communication trainer first and then a training manager. We would even measure communication scores and correlate those things. So that was also a very interesting experience for me. It was a bit of a culture shock coming from the academy to moving into something that is very, very corporate and also very, very fast-paced. Um, so what I learned there was the importance of beating your previous performance, and really chasing the goal of hitting your metrics and hitting your KPI. But at the end of 5 years, I experienced severe burnout. I remember the last year in the BPO, I was hospitalized 3 times. I had chest pain. So this is me in my 30s. And I really, was really suffering from severe stress, and I couldn't understand why. I was being paid very well. I was being compensated very well. And in fact, I thought that I was happy with my job, but also hitting the performance and the metrics. And I realized that the thing that I lacked in the BPO was purpose. Why am I doing this? Why am I constantly chasing these numbers without a bigger purpose? So this is actually what I found here in AXA. I did find my purpose in AXA. So now I'd like to share with you my findings. Findings I might say that the measure of a good team is when we consider the members of the members that, or the people that we work with as the members of our family. So first, there's my actual family. So these are my babies, Keenan and Kirtina. So they're not actually babies this month. Kirtina's 24, she's in law school. Keenan is 17, he's 6 feet tall, so he's a giant. But in my head, and I think all the moms can relate, they'll be your babies forever. So this is what they will always look like. There is, of course, my zone 3 family. In AXA, I am the director of the Visayas agency. So we divide ourselves according to zones, and I am the zone 3 team. So these are my ATMs. Shout out to my ATMs that are also watching here today, and of course my team. But I also have a bigger family, and this is my agency family. So these are my co-directors. They're also watching. So these are my co-directors, including This was actually taken in Paris, France, in the AXA headquarters. And so that's why I'm very proud of this picture. And I will tell you that I worked with a group of really great individuals who have become my friends. And I'm very proud to say that I am part of the best agency team. So when we talk about AXA as a global brand, and when you join an organization, there are really things that you want to consider when you want to partner with someone. First of all, who is AXA as a brand? And of course, more importantly, what is this industry all about? What exactly does a financial advisor do? I think Jai shared that also, and the importance or the impact of a financial advisor in his life. And that is something that my colleague later on, Alan, will also share. So this is interesting as well about what it is that we do, because we need to know and picture yourself. This is something that you want to do and something that excites you and something that inspires you. But of course, you also want to learn about the business opportunities. What opportunities await you when you join an organization that is global, that is international, that is ways to develop it. So, as shown previously, AXA is a global leader in insurance headquartered in Paris, France. So before going global, AXA had a very, very long gesture which I cannot pronounce. But when it went global, we decided to change it to AXA. AXA actually doesn't mean anything. But the name AXA is short, it's easy to remember, and you pronounce it the same way in any language. We are present in 61 countries, about 171,000 employees, servicing about 100 million customers worldwide. One of the things we are also extremely proud of is AXA as a brand. So the next slide will show you that Interbrand, which is of course an institution that ranks brand according to brand recognition, brand strength, and of course the fundamentals of the company. So among other brands like Apple or Google, we actually rank number 47th in the world. But in insurance, we have been ranked as the number one global insurance brand for 10 consecutive years. Now that is also amazing because if you rank number one year or 2 years, but to be ranked consecutively for 10 years in a row shows you also the consistency of the company, shows you also the quality of the company or the brand that we have. Now, in the Philippines, we are partners with Metrobank, and we were established in 1999. We have secured about 811 plus thousand lives, more than 49 branches, and we are currently more than 7,000 exclusive financial advisors. So we have all of these pluses because we're constantly growing. In fact, we are growing. Okay. One of the things also that's unique to AXA is we acquired Charter Payman, who is a top player in the Philippine non-life industry. So this gives us the unique advantage of offering both the life and the non-life, or what we call the GI, solutions to our clients. We are also present in CS Bank and in Metro Bank for our bank assurance offering. So I did mention about the fact that we purchased Charter Payment. And so this gives us a unique advantage of being a financial one-stop shop. Now what does that mean? That means that AXA has got you covered for your health needs, education needs, savings and investments, and income protection. But we also protect your assets, like your motor, your home, your business, and of course, your travel insurance. One of the things also that I am extremely proud of with AXA is our health portfolio. We have the most comprehensive health portfolio in the industry today. And we don't just innovate in terms of products, but also in terms of value added services. Now, why is this crucial? Because here are the facts. As much as 56% of hospitalization expenses in the Philippines is out of pocket. And that's a really, really big number because the rest is covered with national and government insurance and private insurance, and of course the rest. But this is mainly because HMOs really only cover about as high as 200,000 pesos on average. And this is critical, particularly when you're talking about critical illnesses and other issues, because health funding is something that we need to worry about. And actually, health funding is also something that is very personal to me. So I would also now like to share with you or to tell you a little bit about me and a little bit about my mom. So this is my family album. I asked permission from my mom to post some of these pictures. So a little bit about me. I am based originally, I'm based in Cebu, but I am originally from Manila. So my dad is from Manila and my mom is from Cebu. Although I grew up in Manila, I speak fluent Bisaya. So my kaya mo Bisaya, ko mabalik diya, dili sa Bisaya. Because we spoke English, Bisaya, and little Spanish at home. My grandparents and my father are fluent. So hablo Espanyol pero hindi ko na. So I don't speak Spanish fluently. But Bisaya, my kaya. So, so here's a picture of my parents. My dad worked for the World Health Organization, and my mom was a business owner. So we owned a bake shop, and we delivered, or we supplied the baked goods of Kentucky Fried Chicken and Pizza Hut. So if you remember in the 80s, the chocolate mousse and the blueberry cheesecake, we were the ones that supplied that as well. So we were comfortable. We had a house, we had a car. We were a comfortable family. Another thing also that we need to know about my family, which will explain, which will connect later on, is we all graduate from the same university. So which is LaSalle. My grandmother was the dean of the College of Science of LaSalle. And right now, the science lecture hall is named after her. I haven't been to LaSalle as well, but if you go to LaSalle, the science lecture hall is called Rosario Dios Jose lecture hall. So that's a little bit of the background of my family. So, like I said, we were comfortable. But something happened when I was in third year high school. So when I was in third year high school, there was an accident, and my mother was burned. Nasunog po yung nanay ko. I don't remember anymore how much percent po ng katawan niya ang nasunog. But basically, she spent 2 months in Makati Medical with 6 major operations. So if you do the math, guys, 4 months in Makati Medical with 6 major operations, um, at the end of the 4 months, when she was discharged, talagang ubus kami. We had sold the car, buti na lang natira yung bahay, but we had sold the business. But talagang baon na baon kami sa kita. Don't get me wrong, our families help. My mom's siblings and my dad's siblings and my grandparents also help. Pero it really wasn't enough. The thing kasi that people sometimes don't realize is that when a critical illness happens to a family, it affects the whole family because the other expenses don't stop. So what does that mean? If somebody kumain, you have to pay your bills, diba? You have to go to school. And at the same time, you have the hospital bills piling up. We went from a two-income household to a one-income household. Because even if my dad was working, it just wasn't enough. Um, and it came to a point when my sister and I had to be the ones to take care of my mom in the hospital. So what would happen is 1 week po kami, we would take turns. And I just was in first year high school at the time, that's for down. So 1 week nasa school, tapos 1 week nasa hospital. Um, for those of you that know what it is to have a burn patient, to take care of a burn patient, pag sinabi ng bantay ka sa hospital, it's not you're sitting down and you're just helping. You act like a nurse. Because every single day, meron yung dressing that needs to be done. So early on, when may pera pa kami, we had a private burn nurse. But they couldn't afford her anymore. So she trained us, and we were the ones who were assisting the doctors. So what is it like? Parang talaga siyang operation. You have to prepare the sterile for ocean and you have to do all these things. And for any of you that know what being a burn patient is like, it is an extremely painful experience. So every single day, the assistant in my doctor, and we would be listening to my mother screaming in pain. It came to a point, sorry, came to a point, like I think after one dressing, na talagang she basically told us, just let go na lang. You know, patayin na lang ako. Because I cannot take this anymore. Because she was also worried about the expenses. But you know, you realize, you know, when you're in that situation, and for those of you that have had people that had a experience, you do everything in your power. Sorry, I put it na yung salute. You will do everything in your power. Mabuhay lang. Yung nanay ko. So to cut the long story short, you know, after 4 months in the cabinet, you know, she was discharged, you know, so she was able to survive. Pero eto yung problema. Pagdating ko ng fourth year high school, college, which was sure, direct, and that was something that was said, was a big question mark. Paano kung magka-college, especially sa Natal, ubos kami. Please don't get me wrong, my parents were very responsible. They had prepared for my college, but they did not prepare for myself and me. The good news is I was able to still get a scholarship in the South, and I was still able to graduate. So my story did end up happy, but not everybody's story does. So what is important here, and I think Jai shared this very well, is the importance of a financial advisor. Unfortunately, my parents had no one to show them or no one to explain to them or to plan for emergencies. That's why when I say I found my purpose in AXA, that's not just me, you know, like saying something because I happen to be part of AXA, but it is really what I consider my purpose. And it is my job to prevent what happened to me and my family from happening to anyone else. This is why I do what I do. Okay, so this is something also that I am extremely proud of, and I would like to introduce you to our banner health solution, which we call the AXA Global Health Access. It gives us coverage for medical treatments up to 100 million yearly coverage for inpatient and outpatient treatments. Tapos meron pa siyang extensive medical coverage worldwide. There's a wide local network and age-specific premiums. So meaning your premiums increase because of your age, not because of you as a person or whatever you have claimed. And it's guaranteed renewable with no additional exclusion. Can you imagine the impact of GHA? Had it been available to my mom? But it wasn't. But now it is. And this is the power of GHA. Now, one of the things also that I am extremely proud of in AXA is that we are a leader in innovation. The Boston Consulting Group ranked the most innovative companies in the world. And when we say innovation, we usually think of our tech companies like Google, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, right? But we don't think of an insurance company as someone that's innovative. And here we are ranked 31. Innovation, of course, means leveraging your digital assets, which AXA has amazing digital assets, and I'll explain that further, and so will my colleagues later. But we also do business by doing a disruption. When you say a disruption, you change the way we do business. Think of Uber and Grab in the transportation industry, Airbnb in the hotel industry. So AXA innovates products, solutions, and other services like the following. First, we have my pocket doctor. So my pocket doctor gives us expert medical advice anytime, anywhere. 24/7 instant access to doctors and medicine. Tapos may prescriptions pa. And what's nice about this is that this is an app and you don't have to go to the doctor to get. This is something I think we launched in 2018 before this whole pandemic. But now this is something that is extremely done. Another thing, another innovation is of course our rescue line. So our rescue line gives 24/7 roadside assistance, ambulance services, police assistance, and even fire assistance. Again, this is possible through the next innovation, which is the EMA Act. Okay, so the EMA Act, we have an app on your phone. It gives real-time monitoring of your accounts, values of your fund performance. You have access to your policy information and transaction history. And you have faster, you can make faster and secure transactions such as premium payments, top-ups, and withdrawals just using your phone. And you have access to the one that I explained before, the rescue line by AXA, by using the EMA. So this is AXA in a nutshell, you know, but the pandemic happened and our lives changed overnight. Jai, I think, shared very, very eloquently how the pandemic has affected him and for the travel agency. But he is not alone. It is affected by everybody else. Everyone else is also affected by this particular case. So, Job, our chief agency officer, calls this the crisis of our generation. But I'm very, very proud to be part of a company that responds so quickly to innovations, which we will discuss on my colleagues. But as a company, here is our pandemic response. First, we have the AXA, Global Corporate Social Responsibility. And this is what we have done for our customers and for our society. So basically, with this particular hashtag, AXA Solidarity Response, so if an AXA client or employee uses this hashtag, AXA donates 5 euros for each hashtag. And actually, this is to support this particular fund, which is the Billion Molecules Against COVID-19 Challenge. And so that is the challenge, that is the global response to that. Locally, here is the response that we have had. Not going to go through this, but look at this. Triage tents to UNICEF, face masks to the Philippine Red Cross, respirators set up units for the COVID-19 ward. We even will give honorarium and food and groceries, and even cash assistance for students and families. And additionally, we even earmarked 2 million pesos for the extension of the apps like My Pocket Doctor Aid and of course our rescue line services. So this is something that I am extremely proud of to be an access. But here is the reality check because of this current pandemic. Over 7.3 million Filipinos nationwide have been displaced due to the implemented COVID-19 quarantine measures. And because of this, we have temporary business closures and, of course, flexible work arrangement. Again, this is something that Jai also clearly explained, and this is something that we would like to change. So, what are the lessons that I have learned on on pandemic? So the first slide that you will see is my life before the pandemic. So this was taken in the AXA office as the year kickoff. It was in January this year. We have, of course, my team, the agency team, this is taken in Prague. And there's a deep H here, all of our AXA leaders in an event, and of course, a branch opening as well. I like that particular picture because that is teamwork in action. We were holding a rope, we were in a circle and we were holding a rope, and we had to hold the rope really taut because somebody would walk on the rope. That is teamwork. But then the pandemic happened. So what is my life during the pandemic? Here we are. So there's the face-to-face thing and the teamwork thing has also changed. So this is me doing a virtual meeting. This is my team, all wearing face masks. This is us with our babies and our fur babies and even us practicing. So what is it that I have learned? And what is it about resilience? My mom is a perfect example of what resilience is. And what I've realized is that in a resilience, in any sort of crisis, we have to keep on keeping on. And we have to continue to have a sense of humor to make sure that we have hope. So this is me in all of the virtual meetings. Shout out to Lourdes Hill. We call her Lourdes Cam. She was the rookie unit head last year, and she takes the most flattering screenshot of me in the middle of the meeting. So the one in the middle is me rocking on to Bon Jovi because we had just done a launch party. So what is the lesson of resilience that I learned? The how may have changed, but the teamwork, connection, and mission remain the same. I'd like to share with you this particular quote, which was shared by our Chief Agency Officer, Justin Sarah, during our kickoff. Resilience transforms. It transforms hardships into challenge, failure into success, helplessness into power. Resilience turns victims into survivors and allows survivors to thrive. My mom, Jai, and so many people in AXA have shown what resilience really means. Resilience is not just surviving lives. Resilience is thriving. So let me leave you, of course, with my last slide for today. When you talk about why and purpose, and people always say that you need to start with a why. Um, Simon Sinek, again, had one of the books called Start with a Why, and basically says that any high performance team needs to start with why they do what they do. And but I think there's a difference between why and purpose. My why is something that is personal to me. It is my personal motivation, and will always be my family. This is why I get up every day. But my purpose serves something that is bigger than myself. So this was written by our chief agency officer, and this encapsulates who we are as an agency team. So we always, and let me quote it, I believe we can build the best agency in the country today and leave a lasting legacy of a high performance team by partnering with our agency partners in creating the most professional industry, the most professional agency in the industry today. I'm extremely proud of a team whose measurement of the best is people. It's not numbers, it's not sales. Of course, that follows, so that's the one. But it really focuses on the performance of the team and, of course, being the most professional agency today. Would have really proud to be part of that team as well. So this leaves me with my last thought for my session today. One of the things that I learned is to verbalize my purpose through an elevator pitch. It basically means I explain what I do in one sentence. The power of this, guys, is more than just me sharing with others what my purpose is, but more importantly, to remind myself what I do. Because we face challenges, and this is the most challenging time that we have ever had. And this purpose has served me well. So this is mine. And I highly suggest for you guys to also develop your own purpose. I am Carol Pigulio. I am the zone director. I execute and plan strategies to develop financial advisors and leaders so that they can achieve their dreams by helping Filipino families achieve it. Thank you, everybody. I do.
Thank you so much, Carol. Thank you for telling us that AXA has a very solid brand in the world and also in the Philippines. Thank you also for sharing your story with your biological family and your AXA family. We are so proud of you as a daughter and AXA Zone 3 Director. Thank you for inspiring us to be resilient. Once again, Zone Director of the Visayas region, Ms. Carol Atilio. Now, to talk about the core purpose of what we do, I'd like to call on our next speaker. She redefined the profession of FA from being a flight attendant for 12 long years. She shifted her career into becoming Access Financial Advisor, the three-time MDRT and a 2017 Rookie Awardee joined the industry to have time with her family. She's a jet setter, fashionista, and a go-getter mom. Welcome aboard Flight 0905 Bound for Greatness, a senior financial advisor of Tan Dynasty, Miss Ria Panganiban Quezon. Hi, Ria. Good morning.
Good morning, Francis. Hi, good morning, everyone. Once again, my name is Yak, but you can call me Yak. I am from Tan Dynasty United Branch, a proud Cebuana based here in Pampanga. So today, what I'm going to talk about is the nobility of the business. And also, I would like to share to you my journey here in AXA. But before that, Let me take you back to what life was before AXA. So fasten your seatbelt, sit back and relax. So I was a flight attendant abroad for 12 years. Growing up, it has been my dreams to become one. So after college, I prepared myself for that. What I did, I attended trainings, I attended seminars, um, personality development, para lang may laban ako. Because during my time, sobrang hirap makapasok as a flight attendant. So, and kasama dun sa preparation ko, yung physical appearance. Of course, I have to lose a bit of a weight. And then it was my first time na nagpa-facial, all these things I have to do. Sabi ko nga sa sarili ko na, wait lang, beauty contest ba itong ina-applyan ko? So, because, they didn't even look at my resume. I don't know if they even cared about, what I wrote there. All I can remember was this, they keep checking my weight, my vital stat, or if my body is proportioned, something like that. But it was just that because the agency just wanted to make sure that they're sending quality FAs abroad because we will be working for a world-class airline. So after a series of interviews and assessments, I was hired. I flew to Dubai, and there I started my career as a flight attendant. It was a dream come true. I traveled to over 60 countries. The places I have seen in the movies and in the pictures became a reality. I made friends as well with different nationalities, and I was able to learn their culture. I also found that my new set of barkada, who became my family in Dubai, and I met with different celebrities as well. I had a chat with them on board and politicians as well. So it was really fun. I really had I was living life, I was single, I was free, no obligations. So I was just happy. Um, I enjoyed layovers and perks of being a flight attendant. Who would have thought that I would be able to dine on top of the world's tallest building or have a champagne, enjoy my champagne in front of the Eiffel Tower. So, and and not only that, when you're crew kasi, especially in Dubai, they treat you like royalty. Um, so many discounts, you have a separate plane, like fast lane, full lane, we call that. And then a lot of discounts sa bars. We have like every Wednesday, a blue night. So talagang very enjoyable yung life ko. Very enjoyable ko. Very enjoyable yung life ko nun. So I was just pretty much enjoying my single life. And of course, kasama naman doon yung shopping, hindi mawawala yun. Yeah, so that time, my priority was just we need to travel, explore new things, and like I said, shopping, yes, hindi mawawala. But these priorities changed when I got married and I became a mom. Meet my beautiful family. Yung husband ko, I think a lot of my active partners know him. My pogi husband, walang sinabi si Ding Dong Dan. And of course, our cute daughter, Chanel. Alam niyo na kung saan ko kinuha yung pangalan niya. It's a big name. That she's also my biggest wife. I continued flying when I had her. So she was with my husband here in the Philippines while I am back in Dubai. So our relationship, long distance relationship coming on, I remember yung hashtag ng buhay ko dati kasi uso yung mga hashtag, di ba? So it's LDR stuff. It's true. I mean, being away from your family, especially from your daughter, who at that time was very little, I missed a couple of milestones while she was growing up and special occasions. So, because like Christmas and birthdays, usually that's really So, hindi ko talaga ma-take na I couldn't see my family, especially Chanel, for long. So, I see to it that every week, or sorry, every month, I go home like twice or thrice if I can. So, what I do, I compress my flights. So, I work for 7 hours straight, 7 days straight, long haul flight, so I can have that longer days off, so I can go home. So that's usually my flights. Kasi you can actually bid per flight and you can swap per flights. So my scenario always after a long flight, I land, change in the headquarters, then go back to the airport to catch a flight back to Manila or Clark. Also, that's I've been doing that for years just to see my daughter. So of course, you can really be dead tired, but I don't mind. No, because vitamins ko siya. So of course you're away. I need to para go home para fill in with sadness, with loneliness, and then I will be back to Dubai. I'm okay. I get to work for a few days. So yeah. But the problem is every time I get my payslip, sobrang laki ng deduction. Talagang ticket. Hindi nga alam ng husband ko. So talagang hindi ka makakasave. Para lang, makauwi ka, I didn't really care much. Pero, yun nga, sayang din. I couldn't stay because of all the deductions. Minsan, binibili ko pa yung days off. Kasi there are times that if it's peak season, hindi ka makaka-uwi. So I swap again the days off and then I pay the crew no, so that I could just have an extra day off. So yun, so thanks also to our airline discount tickets kasi it made it possible for me to go home frequently. So yun, so because now of gas costs, sabi ko, I want to find something that I could, so I can earn extra. So yes, I am, isa din ako sa mga flight attendants na nagbibenta ng kung mga ano-ano, especially the designer items, just to have an extra income para yun na yung pambayad ko sa ticket. But it didn't last long. I got tired. I got tired because my orders ako, of course, like usually I go to Europe most of the time kasi dun sa nagbibili. Um, Pag-land ko, of course, tiring flight, I rush, change, and then punta na ako sa mga stores. And mostly, because well-known yung mga binibili ko, I have to queue outside. So, if it's winter, super cold. If it's summer naman, super hot. But I wait till my turn there. So, yun, I got tired, so I stopped. So, sabi ko, ano pa kaya ibang pwede? And during that time also, my husband was already with AXA. He was already enjoying the incentives, the income opportunities. And then, sabi ko, bakit parang mas malaki yung sahod niya sa akin? It's not that we're competing. Thanks to my, thanks to my sister who is his manager kasi siya sabi ko, bakit mas malaki yung kinikita niya sa akin and I'm abroad? And then kasama pa niya yung family namin and then my daughter. So sabi ko, why not try AXA? Because I have market din naman, marami din ako kakilala. So this actually made me decide to join AXA. So I started exams and trainings during my days of home, ginagawa ko yun. And then after that, when I got my code, I started sharing AXA na to my friends, to everyone that I meet. And then every time na umuwi ako, I made sure that I have 2 to 3 client meetings para sulit yung uli ko. And then most of them, of course, 90% close ko na talaga siya. So yeah, I was enjoying an extra income with AXA. Before my first anniversary, I received a death claim. It was a close relative. And also, just few months after that,
another claim. It's a health claim naman. So parang sabi ko, wow, grabe, yung funny person yung access sa akin ah. But anyway, the health claim was an ex-colleague. So talagang ito, I couldn't forget the time na tinawagan niya ako, she was trembling, she was crying, pati ako kinakabahan na rin because nga, she was diagnosed with the cancer of the ovary. So yeah, so of course we processed the claim and then it was approved. This claim actually became an impact, because dati naman, pag insurance na pinagsapan, okay, insurance, like that. But yes, I realized the importance of insurance. And I said to myself, wow, totoo talaga itong insurance. And AXA really fulfilled its promise to its customer. Said the family were given na the, the check to them. So from that time on, it has been my motivation to share AXA and the importance of insurance. Because in reality, our life is in the middle. Either we live too long with disability or we die early. We do not know when this will happen. It's unexpected. Same thing, what happened to my two kids. They're still in their 40s. They're very young. Hindi naman nila alam na I will have cancer now or later pa or I will die now or later pa. So we really don't know. That is why our noble purpose is to educate people about the need and to save in order to sustain us through old age, funds for medical expenses, and replacement of income for our family when we no longer are around. As you know, we go through different stages in our life, and each stage is we need different financial needs and priorities. Let's say, for example, the single individuals, they would like the luxuries in life, like up-to-date gadgets or travel. Married individuals naman would like comfort and security. They would like to own a home or a car and save up for emergency funds. Priorities change when there are other independents in the family. The focus would be to provide for the kids and the desire to send them to good school. When kids are all grown up and the parents are ready to retire, they would desire to have a comfortable life. We are in this business of saving to prepare for the expected and protection to prepare for the unexpected needs. We strive our noble purpose by, protect, by protecting the future of the Filipino. Yeah, so it really takes to plan ahead and to prepare. And like as I was talking about the uncertainties of life, I too would like to make the most out of my life also. And I want to spend it with my family. I realize that I will be a flight attendant forever. I would miss a lot of things, especially sa life ng daughter ko. I want her to think and remember that in her life, mommy was there, mommy is here, and mommy will be there. Because kaya for years, I have been praying so hard na sana makapag-resign na ako. But of course, hindi naging madali. It didn't happen in a blink of an eye. But AXA actually gave me hope. Kasi of course, as I was experiencing the income opportunities now while I was had part-time, sabi ko pwede pwede siyang panghabang buhay. Kasi when I was thinking, uuwi ako, ano pa kayang trabaho na pwede kong pasukan that would give me a six digit and a comfortable life and plus pa mga travel, sabi ko parang ang hirap. AXA gave me hope. So there. So um
even the time na I was doing with AXA, and so I was so excited to resign, but hindi pa time. So, pati yung resignation date ko, parang pinaplano ko na siya. I was so excited. Minsan, nag-road play kami ni Rumi, yung kasama ko sa Dubai, that, okay, pag-resign ko, I will picturean mo ako dito sa end of service desk, and then para, it's, I mean, something na finally, no? And yung resignation letter ko, naka-draft na siya years ago. So excited to resign. Hanggang one time na umuwi ako, usually hinahatid ako ng daughter ko, when I go back to Dubai, hinahatid niya ako. And then I usually bring something, a little surprise lang para, when I leave, hindi siya ganun nalulungkot. So during that time, she was really different because, Chanel, she's a jolly girl. So hindi siya kumikibo nun. Um, So sabi ko, oh my gosh, parang mahirapan ako nito magbabay. So anyway, we reached the airport. I said my goodbye and I handed that surprise to her. So she received it, but she was quiet. She was really different. So anyway, I went to check in, and during boarding, my husband called me. And she said that Chanel called her crying, called him crying, and he was crying. And these were the exact words of my daughter. Daddy, can you please promise me that you won't let mommy leave them? My heart crashed. Imagine mo, yung OFWC na nasa airport ka na, paalis ka na, sobrang bigat na ng feeling, and then you receive this kind of message. And, no, daughter mo pa talaga. So, I was shattered. Um, Even my husband was shattered. So, then, to cut the story short, my husband messaged me, all caps, resigned na. Sabi ko, wow, I think this is my bus-bus na. And I know naman din that my husband wouldn't do or wouldn't make big decisions pag hindi siya confident. So I know in my heart that during that time, it was God's plan na. Because we were confident na rin with AXA. We were stable na with AXA. But I must admit, I had fears. I was happy, but I had fears. Because for 12 years, so comfortable with the job. Um, um, the aircraft is my home. Kahit madilim siya, memorize ko yung aisle. It's my runway and our passengers. I know them well. Pagpasok pa lang nila sa aircraft, alam ko na yung kailangan nila. But I know and I'm confident that it's gonna be worth it. If it's for family, it's always worth it. So exactly 2 years ago, this day, September 5, 2018, I filed my resignation. I clipped and rested my wings. I removed my crown, my red hat rather, and then I said goodbye to the job that I love, my first love. That photo of me was the night I left Dubai. That time, it was for good. I took off and went back home, and I started a new beginning, a new journey. So I became a full-time mom to Chanel, full-time na rin with AXA. So far, it has been amazing. Time and sleep are now my best friends. More family and me time, and 8 to 9 hours sleep, achieve ko yun. Two things that I missed when I was flying. In AXA also, I received quite a number of awards and recognition. One is the $1 million Roundtable, recognized internationally. That is my goal every year. I also qualify to a lot of trips incentives. So yung dream ko to travel is andyan pa rin, hindi siya nawawala. At mas maging naging mas memorable pa kasi syempre hard work ko yun there. And then, at dahil full-time na rin with AXA, mas bigger income. Yes. Behind these achievements, rewards, and recognitions, not only hard work and determination. Behind me are good leaders na naging mentor ko. That's my sister Dimple, who's our BH also. She was actually the first one to introduce AXA to us. We had her first few policy from her. She's very supportive and very helpful ever since, and I thank her for that. And I admire and how dedicated she is toward niya. And of course, my husband, three qualities na that I learned from this guy, from this man: discipline, hard work, and consistency. He is a living proof that you don't have to top in class, win a gold or win a crown just to be successful. Yung attitude mo lang and qualities that will bring you the success. And of course, I would like to special shout out to my fan dynasty family who have been my inspiration and motivation to always have a heart of a champion. I'm so proud to be part of the number one team. To all my friends in AXA who became my family. Kasi here in AXA, talagang you can really feel the sense of family. Here in AXA, everyone supports each other, they care for each other. So I'm really proud and grateful to be part of this company who does not only build teams, but family. And they don't only change people's lives, they value life. So that's why AXA will have a special place in my heart, really. But if you ask me of all the things that AXA has given me, you know what I'm most thankful for? AXA brought me home, home where my family is. My daughter is watching me right now. She was so excited um, for this day, to hear me speak in front of in front of a lot of people. And I'm pretty sure right now, hearing this talk, my daughter would have a special AXA would have a special place in her heart as well, because mommy won't have to leave now. And lastly, before I end my speech, I would like to congratulate each one of you, our dear guests, for saying yes to this invitation. Imagine this: an open door, and that door is an opportunity. But it don't stop there. You have to say yes and enter and go inside. Because like most of us, it could be life changing. The decision is yours. Once again, good morning and thank you for flying. Thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you so much, Ria. That was indeed a very emotional sharing you got there. Thank you so much for touching our hearts and our lives this morning. I'm sure our guests here who are also mothers, who are also flight attendants, or who were flight attendants, nakarelate din sila sa iyo. And to all our guests here, I would like to tell you that you can still be an FA when you join AXA. Be an AXA financial advisor. Thank you once again, as Senior Financial Advisor of Tan Dynasty United, Ria Panganiban Quizon. So you see, AXA's proposition is just perfect because our solid brand is coupled with the nobility of our business. Now, I think it is safe to assume that at this point, you are now very excited to learn about the business opportunities that we're offering here. And we have the next speaker to do just that. She's a hotelier at heart, having been in the hospitality, events, and conventions industry for 15 long years here in the Philippines and as an expatriate in Macau. In 2016, she jumped AXA and has been a $1 million round table qualifier since then, now eyeing at her fourth MDRT this year. She is guided by her advocacy of securing Filipino families and or from health and financial ruins. Without much ado, let's accommodate her and have her checked in already. Please welcome an executive financial advisor of the wonderful world, Miss Allen Erpe Pilala. Hi, Allen. Good morning.
Good morning, Francis. Good morning, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here with you today to share my story and my journey with AXA. Even more excited today because I'm representing the hospitality industry in AXA. So a special shout out goes to all my ex-hotelier friends who are watching here today. Thank you for your support. As they say, once a hotelier, always a hotelier. Okay, to start off, let me tell you something about myself. My name is Alan. I'm 42 years old. I'm happily married to my husband, Bayani Kilala Ford, or BQ. We have two daughters. Kai, she's 9 years old, and Yana, she's 4 years old. Okay, I am now a full-time, hands-on stay-at-home mom and also a full-time work from home executive financial advisor of AXA Philippines Wonderful World Branch. Before joining AXA, yes, I was a true blue hotelier for 15 years. 15 years, okay? I graduated from the University of the Philippines with a major in hotel and restaurant administration in October of 1999. So the same year, December, I was hired by a Filipino-owned company. It was a hotel that was to open called Discovery Suites. I was actually part of the pre-opening team who was to open the hotel in February of 2000. Okay, I remember the first few months on the job in Discovery, para akong bumalik sa school. It was a very extensive training on hotel operations and guest services. Okay, Discovery's culture kasi being an all-Filipino brand focuses much training on providing world-class Filipino hospitality that we are known for. So we were highly trained in personalized service, exceeding customer expectations, providing not only customer satisfaction, but customer delight. Okay? During my 7 years in Discovery, that's when I became a well-rounded hotelier. Okay? I've been immersed in departments like reservations, front office, sales, events and meeting services, banquet operations, a little bit of housekeeping also. So I think yung mga departments na hindi ko lang pinuntahan is IT, security, engineering. Okay, I was a well-rounded hotelier. Okay, just to share with you, one of my fondest memories in Discovery Suites was that at one point, our hotel was actually well known to be home for international artists. So pag nagko-concert sila dito or shows, they stay in Discovery Suites. So I was at the time lucky to be a part of the guest relations team. Kami yung nag-aabang sa lobby with a red carpet and with sampaguita. So when they arrive, we break sampaguita around their necks to the likes of the Course. I'm an avid fan. Boys to Men, Jason Mraz, Alicia Keys, DJ Tiesto, David Pomeranz, even Manny Pacquiao in last fight niya sa Manila in 2006 against Oscar Larios. So to this day, I still have all the signed CDs, even yung boxing glove ni Manny Pacquiao at saka ni Larios, I still have it. Okay, at the time, as with many hoteliers, my work hours were also crazy. As in early morning shift, minsan graveyard shifts. I work on holidays. I work on weekends. Christmas and New Year were usually spent at the events. Doing events in the hotel too, to the point na I'm missing out on a lot of family get-togethers. At that time also, lagi akong I remember New Year, right after we do the yung 12 noon, 12 midnight, I would rush home so that I could spend the remaining New Year with my family. So ganon yung life ko like before that. And nevertheless, to this day, I owe my strong hotel foundation to my mentors and colleagues in Discovery, whom I now call my Discovery family. Marami silang nanonood ngayon. Thank you guys for your support. Okay, fast forward to 2007. Going into my eighth year in Discovery, I was managing the events and meeting services as the associate director when I received an email, this time from the director of conventions of the Venetian Macau. Okay, in that recruitment email, I was invited for an interview to be part of the pre-opening team of Venetian. It was what's to become the largest casino resort hotel in Asia. Ganun siya kalaki. It was due to open in August of 2007. Okay, to cut the long story short, September 2007, I flew to Hong Kong. I took the ferry to Macau. I had the interview. I was hired on the spot. I went back home to Manila. I tendered my resignation. And then I officially started work at the Venetian in November of 2007. Okay, at that time, November is my birth month, so kaka 30 years old ko lang nun. I was so ready to spread my wings and fly. Okay, armed with only my training foundation and discovery for 7 years, my eagerness, of course, to learn, and of course, the values instilled in me by my family, I went, I conquered, and I succeeded. Okay, and that's when the real adventure began for me. So imagine someone who has been sheltered throughout her life. I was living with my parents at that time, moving into an unfamiliar place where only very few speak English. Okay, I had to adjust to living on my own, to the culture, to the weather. That was November, so ang lamig kasi winter time. And of course, the language barrier. So it was like an episode of The Survivor. To say I was excited was an understatement. Okay, our team in Indonesian was composed of 25 young professionals, a mix of locals and expatriates hired from Macau, China, Hong Kong, Singapore, and of course the Philippines. Dalawa kaming Pinoys in that team, and we were very proud. Okay, it was parang baptism of fire the first few months that we started in Indonesian. Eventually, we were navigating through the biggest conventions hotel in Asia. After trainings and on-the-job sabak, as we call it, eventually, the operations became a well-oiled machine. Okay? And what a journey it was for us, for me. Macau became my second home for 8 years, honing my craft and living a life of independence. I seamlessly handled meetings of 15 people to conventions of 15,000 people. It was a logistic nightmare, but I loved the challenge, and I think I really thrived under pressure. Okay, in the process, I built relationships and friendships with both co-Pinoys living in Macau and of course my colleagues and mentors at the Venetian. I met even more international artists. Actually, na-meet ko ulit si Manny Pacquiao when he was in Macau. I met CEOs of Fortune 500 companies from all over the world, worked with seasoned event planners. Some clients actually are even friends until now, so we keep in touch via Facebook. Okay, now don't be deceived. Okay, the life of a hotelier, parang ang grand, di ba? We may look so grand from the outside, but truly, medyo chaotic from the backstage. Okay? Hoteliers may look so prim and proper, lagi nakatali yung hair, never a strand out of place. We wear our black skirts, we wear stockings, 2 to 3 inch heels. But you know what? Some of you can probably relate. Walking in heels, pag tinanggal yung shoes mo, puro kalyo yan. Okay? From walking day in and day out. You've been to Venetian? That's my playground. Imagine me walking in 3-inch heels every single day. Actually, parang after a week, I disposed those heels and I shifted to yung pinakamaliit, kitten heels, just to survive. Okay, I remember also Venetian, while we were highly compensated at work, we were also physically exhausted. Okay, after each day's work, I still remember meron akong favorite quote. Um, Whenever I have big groups, I would chant this in my mind. You know, what won't kill me will make me stronger. Okay, I was very focused on my career at that time. What else do I have to lose? I was single. I was ready to climb the corporate ladder. And then in 2011, something happened that totally changed my perspective. Okay? What happened was I met someone in 2010. I was on vacation here in Manila. I went scuba diving in Batangas. And then I met someone. I married him in 2011. And then motherhood happened the same year, 2011. And bless. It was a whirlwind. Okay? So meet my family. Okay? My husband, meet you. My panganay, Kai. And that little kulit looking girl there in the photo, that's my Aliana. She just turned 4 last August. In 2011, I gave birth to Kai. And we, together with my husband and my daughter, we all moved back to Macau so I could continue my work in the hotel. Okay? At that time, I was the senior manager for conventions and exhibitions. I was a wife. I was a new mom. What a blessing to have it all with us. A successful career, and the family with me. It wasn't easy to juggle work and family time. I felt like most hours were still spent in the hotel because the events just ran like crazy. And whatever was left of my evening or my weekends, I spend with my daughter and my husband. So I was kind of missing out on a lot of mommy milestones as well. But we just went with the flow, we made it work, and we were happy, very happy naman. Okay, now in August of 2014, and I haven't really been, open about this to a lot of people. So sa atin lang. Something life-changing happened to me. I was at that time managing a convention of 4,000 people straight out from Australia. It was a week-long cross-property event. The schedule was crazy. Started at breakfast. Usually full-day meetings yan. We have a gala dinner. And Australians, they really drink like fish. So we end usually by 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. That went on for, about 5 days. Okay, at one point, I remember I had a really bad headache, so I went to the team members clinic to get medication. In Macau, protocol yan, if you want medication, you have to take a pregnancy test. So I did. I was pretty confident I wasn't pregnant. And of course, to my surprise, it was positive pregnancy test. So I called my husband, told him the news, and it was not unexpected. I mean, it was unexpected, but of course we accepted it. It was a blessing from God. So we were happy, we were excited. Our second baby, only to find out, 2 weeks after that we lost our baby, 10 weeks old siya nun. Okay? I guess I was quite stressed at the time and it took a toll on me, and my health. I was devastated, of course. A lot of people are saying, don't blame yourself, Alan. It's not you. It's probably not the right time yet. Deep inside, I knew if I had slowed down, then I found out that I was pregnant. Na siguro may chance yung second baby namin to live. No? Okay, a year after, so I recovered. A year after, in 2015, we found out again that we conceived. Okay, so I knew right there and then that it was time to make a choice. At that time, Macau government also was localizing. So our work visas were put on hold. I I was being offered to move to another property to pre-open it, and I was offered a promotion. But you know what? Was I really ready to take on more work while I was pregnant? Of course, I had to make a choice. Okay? Was it work or family? It was a no-brainer decision. Okay? So in January of 2016, ayan na, umuwi na yung Kilala family. It was a big homecoming. We were welcomed by both the Elses and the Kilalas. We came back home for good, and I was 3 months pregnant with my bunso at that time. Okay, I remember the words of my dear husband when we got back home. Sabi niya sa akin, babe, you don't need to work anymore, ha? It's time for you to, gusto pa nun yung hashtag sarap buhay. Okay, I'll take care of us. Sabi niya. At that time, parang ang sarap pakinggan, na parang talaga, I don't need to work. Okay, so it's time for me to slow down. Of course, I wanted to slow down. I was 3 months pregnant and at the peak of my, vomiting pa at that time. So I appreciated it very much. And my husband really did take care of us. He joined AXA as a full-time unit head, and I became a full-time mom. Okay, August 2016, I gave birth to Ariana, and trivia has Ariana was born 2 years back on the same day that I lost the baby. So what does that tell you? It's God's hand working. Okay? She's aptly named Ariana, which means my Lord has answered. A testament that indeed, in God's own time. A year into my hiatus, as being a mom, I was busy. I must admit, while I was busy taking care of my two daughters, parang meron something missing. Okay? Parang I guess I was so used to working day in and day out. When I started to slow down, something was missing. It was then that my husband and my brother-in-law, Billy, who was the branch director of Wonderful Road Branch, invited me not to join AXA. And then started another chapter in my life, my journey in AXA. Okay, so what were my initial fears? Of course, the insurance industry, it's all new to me. Venturing into the unknown, may konting kaba. Of course, it was not that I was a non-believer. I was actually pretty passive about insurance at that time. I had one policy that I bought from my brother-in-law. It was a life basics, a retirement plan with income protection. So naturally, I had doubts and fears. Okay, first is the fear of going out of my comfort zone. I knew only how to be a hotelier. Eh. Parang 4 years ba namang inaral ko yun? 15 years in the industry. I had the mastery of the craft, and I was enjoying it. What ready to give all that up? Fear of losing my financial stability. I've always been financially independent. Okay? As an expat in Macau, I was well compensated. Lagi kaming may bonus pa every year during Chinese New Year. So I knew that I was going to have that amount every month and every year. Was I ready to give that up? Fear of losing my identity. I was afraid that leaving the industry meant I will also lose my credibility. And lastly, parang I just feared that mamimiss ko yung hotel life and everything about it. Okay, so what did I do to overcome my fears? Deep inside naman with all these questions and worries, I knew exactly what I wanted and what I needed. Okay, I wanted the best of both worlds. I wanted family life. I also wanted work life. I longed for that work-life balance that everyone was talking about. You know, when I missed the life in the hotel, my priorities shifted from wanting to climb the corporate ladder to just wanting to spend time with my husband and my kids. Being there during each and every milestone of my daughter's lives, I focused on my one big why, my family. Okay, so I challenged myself to go out of my comfort zone and embrace this big change that I was to take on with AXA. Okay? What I love about AXA is that your income does not have a ceiling. Parang sky's the limit talaga. So if you double your efforts with AXA, you double your rewards as well. Okay, in terms of commissions, in terms of the incentive trips, in terms of the recognition. During my first year with AXA, with the help of my husband, of course, who was my unit head, my boss babe, hi boss babe, I experienced the six-digit income without having to break my bone working day in and day out. Possible pala yun. Kasi nung nakita ko yung payslip ko, parang, wow, within 1 year, I was able to achieve that already. So what I did, I immersed myself trainings, puro trainings with AXA. Eventually found myself enjoying the new knowledge in financial planning. Okay, that newfound knowledge on financial management, in-apply namin ni BQ sa family namin. So we started to build our own portfolio, comprehensive health protection. We got ourselves global health access. It's a 100 million coverage for each member of our family. It's always been a blessing to us. We also built life insurance and income protection kasi bata pa yung mga kids namin. And of course, eventually, yung retirement namin with too. So to this day, from owning just one policy, we are proud owners of 12, 12 policies with AXA. Not just with AXA actually, but with other insurance companies as well, because we wanted to diversify. So we understood its value, and that helped me to start propagating this newfound knowledge to friends and family. I wanted them to have what we have also. Okay? I sought for inspiration and surrounded myself with people who had the same goals as I had. So I currently belong to the Wonderful World branch. When in 2019, our branch was recognized for being the top one agency branch nationwide. So we are a mix of diverse professionals from different backgrounds yan. We have the hotel, travel, airline industry, IT, HR. Meron pa kaming unit head from the show business. So imagine learning from all these experts. So we became one big happy family where everyone, helped each other to succeed. Kasi walang selfish. Lahat nagtutulungan talaga. Okay, in summary, what did I do to overcome my fears? I prayed hard, and then as one of my favorite quotes go, I jumped, and then I learned to fly afterwards. Have you ever asked yourself, where am I right now? Nasaan na ba talaga ako? Some of you here may have probably asked yourself these questions. Will you ever own a business? Are you given the chance to work or operate your business to continue your livelihood even during this pandemic? This is a valid question. Ang daming nagtatanong ngayon. Are you given enough income opportunity? Are you missing spending quality time with your loved ones? Are you given the training that you need to advance in your career? Are you given the reward and recognitions that you deserve? Will you have an opportunity to live a life of significance? Guys, when I embraced my business in AXA, as in it embraced me back. Okay, I was well compensated, yes. I was recognized for my effort, yes. On my first year, I became an MDRT, or the Million Dollar Round Table, which is the top 6% of financial advisors in the world. It was a great recognition. I became a health advocate with AXA. I became a certified health specialist. To date, I have protected 70 clients with our flagship 100 million health coverage called Global Health Access. Global Health Access. And just to share, I have this 2 years after leaving Macau. Okay, 2 years after, I came back in 2018 to attend my very first Macau convention. And guess where it was held? It was held in Macau. Ayan, the first photo on the left, that's me posing at the Sheraton Macau convention. I was welcomed by my ex-colleagues at the Venetian. Ang Venetian kasi, tsaka Sheraton, sister companies yan. So we do a lot of cross-property events. So para akong nag full circle from managing events in Macau, Pagdating ko doon, I was a delegate. Delegate ako. So, parang full circle talaga siya. And the opening of the convention, because I was at that time part of the top 10 financial advisors. Isa ako doon sa nag-march to the stage, waving the Philippine flag, and sobra kong goosebumps. As in, kinilabutan ako. You know, I had goosebumps. It was so surreal, the experience. Ganun pala yung feeling of being a delegate instead of working from the backstage. Okay, I traveled locally and around the world. Iceland, I've been to Japan, I've gone on cruise ships, all thanks to AXA. So lahat yan all expense paid. Okay, reality check. The reality is, traditional jobs do not usually offer the things we are longing to have for ourselves. As a matter of fact, according to Global Entrepreneurship Monitor, 44.1% of the working population have high intentions of starting their business. Are you among them? Okay, there's a gap between the income and benefits we receive from our current employment and what we really need. Okay, to make both ends meet. We think of other means for additional income. Okay, let's look at one of the more popular business models. Okay, franchising. The first thing that comes to mind in franchising, because of the recall, is the idea of big brands such as you have Jollibee, you have McDonald's, 7-Eleven, KFC. Strong brands that usually speak for itself and attract customers. Franchising also offers the following advantage. Fastest method of having a business. Okay, no need to spend much in marketing. Kasi binigay na sa'yo yung manual. Systems are already in place. No need to come up with trainings or sales modules. Finally, the franchisor is sure to provide you with detailed training and support. You are assured that you get to understand how the business is run. But the question I have for everyone is, how much do these brands cost? Having the desire to franchise or start a business, what do you think limits people from engaging in one? Okay, ano ba yung kailangan natin? You can type your answers to chat box. That's right. Okay, capital, fondo. How much do you think is the capital for these brands? 5 million, 6, 7, 10 million? Will it be easy for you to spend millions to start your own business? I recall me and my husband, we would have hard dream conversations, and at one point, we wanted to own a Jollibee franchise. Gusto namin magtayo sa Macau kasi ang daming Pinoy dun. So research. Siyempre, pag research ko, you need about what? 30 to 50 million just to have a franchise. So sabi namin, sige, how about McDonald's? Ganun din. As in, you have to be a multi-millionaire to have that brand. Capital was key to franchise. In AXA, we offer the advantages of a business opportunity for those who wish to have their own business but don't have millions in capital. Okay, does it sound too good to be true? For some, maybe, but the reality is, for you to start your business in AXA, all you have to invest in are your efforts, your time, and of course, a few thousands for government licensing. How is that possible? Access brand is strong and well known. This was already shared by Ms. Caro earlier. Okay, we are the number one global insurance brand with worldwide presence in 5 continents. We are currently one of the leading insurance brands in the Philippines today. Diba? Asan ka pa? The systems are in place and we continue to innovate every year possible. The company provides training to our financial professionals to succeed in this business also. Okay, to be successful with AXA in this business, there are three main requirements you must be willing to give. Tatlo lang yan. Your time, your commitment, your drive. All three, walang tag price yan. All three things are priceless. Okay, success is not a skill, it's actually an attitude. Your success here is in you. For people like me who do not have much background in insurance, just like in any business, as long as you put in the time, the commitment, do what it takes to succeed, you will do well. You will do well in AXA. For those of you here in the hospitality industry, airline industry, travel industry, meron na kayong edge. Kasi na-train kayo dyan eh. Take all your strength and extensive training as a hotelier, use it to embrace this profession like what I did. You know, you have been trained very well in customer service, client centricity, operation, sales, professionalism, personalized service, all these traits that will bring you success in this industry. Let AXA enhance these and help you maximize your full potential like it did for me. Okay, in AXA, we also want to be a partner in your success. And luckily, we have partnered with none other than the best tech companies in creating and developing a training roadmap that equips advisors to maximize their full potential and succeed in the business. Okay, so from the time you join the team, to training, to onboarding, to selling, to client management, we at AXA have the capability to do everything online. Okay, this is really important, particularly during the time where we were experiencing a pandemic. Okay, the great thing about our platform is that they are all digital. Okay, first is our learning management system. Okay, we call it our LMS. Yeah. This is our online training classroom where many modules are offered to assure the acquisition of new skills. We can access this using our laptops or yung mga iPads nyo, even through our mobile phones, through LMS mobile app called the Cornerstone. Okay, next is my AXA Biz. My AXA Biz, ito yung parang digital secretary namin. Gone are the days where we would, keep piles and piles of paperwork and file cabinets. For hoteliers, yung my AXA Biz, para yung ano natin, Fidelio or Opera, where we keep the database of guests and clients. Okay, not only are we going big on tools that we use, we strongly believe that what matters most is also the quality of financial advice that our athletes give to our clients. So, in our desire to be the best in the market, we do not just train and certify financial advisors. So, we want them to be a cut above the rest. Hence, they use an application of Access Financial Needs Analysis using Access Solutions. Yan ang best friend ng mga financial advisors. From someone like me na wala namang background sa insurance, this is very helpful, especially when I was starting out because it guided me in my client meetings. Ano ba yung sasabihin ko sa clients? What will I say the right things? What products, solutions do I recommend based on their needs? All of this can be answered with the help of Access Audit. Okay? From establishing client needs and priorities, to creating a proposal, inputting the application, even the submission of the application, all can be done via this tool. Okay? In the hotel, para itong Delphi system naman natin, where you produce reservation forms, banquet event orders for the operations of the hotel. Okay? Okay, then of course, what kept me busy during the pandemic period? We have AVA or our AXA Virtual Sales Assist. Okay? When the ECT started, March 2020. Parang medyo kinabahan kami ni Vicky because ito lang yung bread and butter namin ngayon. It's just really AXA. How was I going to continue my AXA business from home? How was I going to meet clients? Yung mga questions, and may bibili ba ng insurance at this point during this pandemic? I'm very proud to share that AXA was actually the first among the key players in the industry to launch an online sales process that allows us to continue business from home. To be honest, parang mas busy pa kami ni VP ngayon nung nag-pandemic than before. Na-maximize namin yung time. We were at home, we were working, kids are just there kung nami-miss namin sila. So everything worked out well. Just 1 to 2 weeks after the entire Philippines was on quarantine, we launched AXA Virtual Assist. Okay, we meet our clients through video calls. Pag okay na ni client, all requirements via email, payments are done online, everything happens at the comfort of your own home. Okay, as long as you have stable internet, of course, your laptop or iPad, you're good to go. Pwede na. You can do the business from home. Okay? Like I said, we in AXA also want to be partners in success. Okay? Thus, an extensive training and development program are given not only to new financial advisors. As a matter of fact, when you join AXA, you will be given certification trainings even as an experienced financial advisor. So ako tsaka si Vicky every day, may training kami. We love attending the trainings of AXA. We love refreshing ourselves with all the knowledge. Okay? It's a continuous learning experience from when you start until the present. The company has put great effort in making sure we maintain the professionalism and quality of being the best for our customers and our clients. Okay, when I crossed the line and embraced AXA 4 years ago, syempre kinakabahan ako, okay? But I knew and I felt that the Lord orchestrated it all because everything really fell into place. Now, I cannot imagine myself doing anything else. Okay, most especially ngayong pandemic. I had a very strong support system throughout my journey. Okay, allow me to thank these very important people who are a part of who and where I am today. Okay, to my Airfare family, my mom, my dad, and my siblings, who's always been supportive of me through and through across all my decisions in my life and in my career. Today, they share in my advocacy. In AXA, they help me spread the word. They believe in what I do. Thank you for that. Okay, to the Kilalas who also embrace me wholeheartedly as part of their family. Now, special mention, of course, to my nanay, Aa, to my husband, Vicky, who is my partner in love and parenting, Cheesy, but now also my partner in AXA business. To my brother-in-law, our branch director, Vicky Lala, my boss, thank you for seeing that potential in me, for introducing me to this wonderful opportunity in AXA. Salamat sa generosity mo. Thank you for your leadership. To all my hotel mentors in Discovery, the Venetian, ex-colleagues and friends, a lot of you are supporting me right now. Maraming salamat. What a journey it has been. And to my wonderful world family, let's continue to inspire each other every day to succeed in this business. And of course, to AXO Philippines, thank you very much for this opportunity. Okay, I leave you with this final quote, one that I believe has guided me in all my decisions in life. Okay, follow your passion. It will lead you to your purpose. Once a hotelier, yes, always a hotelier. Hospitality is and will always be my first love. My heart breaks now when I hear about how badly hit our industry is during this pandemic. After all, the hotel is everyone's happy place. Diba? You go there to have a vacation, everyone is smiling at you. It feels good. Okay? I am confident that our industry will recover after all. But for now, I also urge you to make a decision to add value to your portfolio, add more mobility in what you do. You pay it forward in your own little way. Make a difference. We are used to providing customer service. Pwede namang i-continue yun eh. Continue on with this service by helping to propagate financial literacy among Filipinos. I call it service with a heart and with a purpose. If previously in the hotel, success comes in the form of a thank you letter from a happy client or a pat on the back from your boss, Sa insurance, iba. Iba yung success and rewards. It comes differently. It comes every time I close a case. Okay, why? Because each case translates to what? A life protected from health and financial emergencies. It translates to a family's future secured, a child's education bill, and someone's retirement fund in place. Each policy bought ultimately also contributes to the economy of the Philippines. We help make it possible through AXA for Filipinos to live the life they choose. Just as my brother-in-law and my husband saw something in me and helped me to transition into this noble career, whoever invited you guys to this session, you thank them because they saw something in you. Okay? Through sharing my story, I hope to inspire you, okay, to encourage you to take that next step. It's true what they say, when a door closes, whether it may be temporary or permanently, meron talagang door of opportunity that opens up. And it opens at the time that we most need it. So during this time of financial crisis, embrace niyo guys this opportunity. Embrace it. Be a blessing to others. Okay, to God be the glory. Thank you very much, everyone. Good morning.
Thank you so much, Alan, for that very powerful and moving message. We commend your courage in checking out of the hotel industry and checking in here at Access Philippines. And we hope that our guests will do the same. Thank you so much also. Yeah, congratulations for having such a beautiful family. Once again, an executive financial advisor of Wonderful World, Miss Alan Perfect. Kilala. Thank you, Alan. Now let's continue your excitement to discuss what you can look forward to in this business. Let's get to know our next speaker. He's a thriving businessman. Let's listen to his story of survival from owning two restaurants and a bar and managing his exit business amidst the pandemic and business closures. With his dedication, our next speaker became the 2018 Rookie Unit Manager, Executive Gold Awardee, and he eventually achieved the Gamma Frontline Leader Award. Let's see what this chef is cooking for us today. Please welcome an executive unit head of Adriatico Partners, Mr. Michael Ian Vergara. Hi, Michael. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Yes, buenos dias, mi amigos, mi amigas. I know that this is the most exciting part of this session because I'll be talking about the income and the incentives dito sa AXA. Guys, request ko lang sana, if pwede, let's make this session a little interactive. So let's participate by chatting down sa GC yung mga replies nyo sa mga questions ko, okay? So today, I want you to remember only two things. Number one, I'm a businessman. I'm earning quite good sa business, pero why am I selling insurance? Number two, I'm doing good sa previous company ko, Red Company. Pero bakit ako lumipat sa AXA? Again, guys, two things. I'm a businessman, but why am I still selling insurance? Number two, I'm doing good in my previous company, pero bakit ako lumipat sa AXA? So those are the two things na I want you to remember dito sa speech ko, okay? Let me introduce myself. I am Michael Ian Vergara. You can also call me Nicoy. I'm a chef, a restaurateur, I'm a bar owner, I'm also a party maker, and at the same time, I'm an executive unit head of AXA Philippines under the Adriatico and Partners branch. I am based in Zamboanga City together with my three manager recruits na nanonood sila ngayon. Hello guys. So welcome everyone. I hope you will learn something and ma-inspire kayo from this session. So guys, before joining the insurance industry, I used to be a medical representative of a multinational company while doing a bar business on the side. I'm only 24 years old during that time. In 2011, I had decided to focus on doing business, and eventually I took a formal education in culinary arts and kitchen management. Ito guys, trivia lang ha. I even graduated as a batch valedictorian, bringing home all the top awards na binigay ng school. So during that time, nagbukas din ako ng dance club. So meaning magaling pala talaga ako ng tuto, no? Pero nagbibenta akong anyway. So when I was studying culinary in Cebu back in 2013, biglang nagkaroon ng stage. If you can remember, it's really a big news. Parang inattack yung Zamboanga ng mga rebelde during that time. So lahat ng business that time, nagsara for months. If you could imagine, parang din yung COVID that time, nakauwi pa ako ng Zamboanga to check on my family. And then when I arrived sa Zamboanga, boom, biglang nag-lockdown ang buong city din. So, since doing business is my only source of income, sobra talaga akong nahirapan, guys. So that incident made me realize na hindi pala talaga pwede na negosyo lang yung focus ko. I need to find a business na kahit pandemic, may calamity man or may siege, may income pa rin ako. So that time also, I observed, may mga friends kasi ako that time na financial advisors na rin, tsaka yung financial advisor ko din, na kahit nag-siege, and that time nagka-Yolanda yun ng 2013, di ba? Tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang income nila. So, na-realize ko that insurance industry, ito guys, tandaan talaga, ang insurance industry pala, calamity, siege, at saka pandemic, proof pala siya. Kasi hindi affected yung kita. So, in late 2013, dahil nasa stage, sumali ako sa Red Company as a financial advisor. Actually, yung financial advisor ko, kasi may policy ako with them, invited me sa orientation. And doon, I joined the Red Company. So, sino ba sa inyo dito, guys? Pwede nyo i-chat, guys, na may plan din kayo sa AXA, tapos in-invite din kayo ng advisors niyo sa AXA to join AXA. Most probably, meron din pareho sa akin. So, let me give you a brief story about my insurance journey. In my 4 years with the Red Company, I was a two-time MDRT. In fact, na-achieve ko na yung third time. Pero di ba dumadating tayo sa point ng life natin na nafe-feel natin na it's about time to level up. So I took the challenge of my manager, Mr. June Adriatico, to pioneer AXA, Adriatic and Partners Branch in Zamboanga City, with the mission na dapat magka-office kami sa Zamboanga as soon as possible. Ang sabi niya, naalala ko, sabi niya sa akin, Nicoy, you need at least 1 million sales per month para magka-office kayo. So with the grace of our Lord and with the help of other branches also, nagkaroon kami last year ng office dito sa Zamboanga City. So now I'm on my third year with AXA at malapit ko na rin ma-achieve yung isa ko pang mission, which is to develop MDRTs under my team. So but I'm here, guys, to give you a brief idea kung bakit pa talaga ako lumipat ng AXA, MDRT naman ako sa previous company, di ba? So let me start with the income opportunity. To give you a brief understanding of the income opportunity dito sa AXA, you can see in your screen a blank check. So here in AXA, we give you the opportunity to plan for your desired income. Magkano ba yung gusto nyong ma-earn? So please type, guys, dyan sa group chat, pwede nyong i-type kung magkano yung gusto nyong ma-earn dito sa AXA. Please type, guys, sa mga guests. So check it down. So you have the amount. Okay, guys. So do you think you can earn that amount in your current company? Type nyo ulit, guys, yes or no. So we will show you how dito sa AXA. Like sa business ko, guys, profits are produced in sales. Let's say sa resto ko, we, the owners, do not earn man talaga from just owning a restaurant. We earn from every meal sold. So it is the same with AXA, where you can earn as much as you want through sales and variable pay scheme. Ang commission dito kasi sa AXA, guys, nag-range from 30% to 50%, depende sa product feature. Let's say if the premium paid is 50,000. Yeah. The commission is at 40%. So, or equivalent to how much? 20,000 pesos. Let's say dahil sinipagan mo, nagsipag ka talaga, you get 4 cases closed in a month. So 20 cases times 4, that's equivalent to 80,000 pesos. The good thing about variable pay kasi, if you want more, you can really earn more. Di ba sabi nga sa shopping ads? But wait, there's more. Okay. Ilang beses ba, guys, nagbibigay ng bonus ang mga companies? 14 months? 15 months? Pero hindi naman talaga siya bilang dahil mandate naman siya ng company. I mean, ng government. So how many quarters do we have in a year? Diba, there are 4 quarters. In AXA, we give quarterly volume bonus. So with a monthly income of 80,000 kanina, di ba? Yung kanina. Let's say sinipagan mo, ginawa mong 80 ang October, November, December. So that's total of 240,000. The bonus rate can get as high as 45%. So for the 240,000, the quarterly bonus would be 108,000 pesos. So the key to maximizing the quarterly bonus is persistency. Yan. In a year, should your QBB be at 108,000 times 4 quarters, that's 432,000 pesos. In us kasi ganito yung quarterly volume bonus namin. If your quarterly new business commission is 45,000 to less than 90,000, that's 20%. Pag 90,000 to 179,999, that's 30%. Pag 100,000 and up ang commission nyo, the bonus is at 45%. So the more income in a quarter, the more bonus. So the total earning for commissions and QBB combined, so the 960,000 plus yung 432,000, so the annual income can amount to 1,392,000. Diba? So bang laki, guys. This may appear too good to be true. At alam nyo, historical data shows that 27% of our advisors who has been with AXA for more than a year earns more than half million annually. So, malaki talaga, guys, and it's really possible. The earning does not stop here. So, alam niyo ba, guys, that you can also earn through passive income? So, the income shown na in-explain ko the previous slides is the income of a financial advisor selling life, health, and investment products. Imagine yung opportunity of earning better when you embody AXA as financial one-stop shop. Through the financial needs analysis, you will be able to help clients identify their financial needs and the required financial coverage, from helping them and their family get a life insurance coverage and insuring their home and properties with general insurance products. You open opportunities for new businesses. Alam niyo kasi dito sa AXA, guys, tayo na yung nag-iisang life insurance company that offers not only health, life, and investment product. We also offer car insurance, travel insurance, car insurance, and many more. So we are indeed a one-stop shop insurance company. Okay? And then, guys, we also have what we call the recruitment referral program that incentivizes referral of financial advisors. When we launched ARRP, isang advisor earned a passive income of close to 300,000 by just referring. Alam niyo ba, that advisor also was our rookie of the year. A referrer will get kasi 17.5% from the commission of the referral. For example, if the commission of the referral is 20,000, your referral incentive will be 3,500. Kung yung financial advisor successfully process 4 cases, so 3,500 times 4, that's 14,000 pesos. So for a year, 14,000 times 12 months, that's 168,000. Maganda, di ba? So growing your team gets exciting also. When they perform, you also earn more. Imagine the potential of earning just by actively referring. So referral is the key talaga, guys, to passive income. If a referrer recruits 10 advisors with the same level of performance in a year, you may earn as much as 1,680,000 pesos. Diba? Malaki talaga, guys. Ito pa, would you believe that your referral efforts, pwede kayong pumunta sa iba-ibang countries? Invite and refer your family and friends to be part of your team. Then imagine by just referring, you can have an incentive trip for free. As a matter of fact, guys, we have an incentive trip for our agency builders or referrers to Vietnam, Macau, Hong Kong. And this year, we have the Taiwan and Saigon. And thank you, AXA, pala, kasi kagabi lang din in-announce, I qualified the trip to Taipei. So congratulate naman ako, guys. So if you are the type also of person who wants to be given recognition for a job well done, dito sa AXA, we want you to get recognized. So we recently awarded 600 of our top sales people in Manila Marriott Hotel. Our qualifiers from PCPs in the countries were flown to Manila, followed by an all-expense paid trip to Palawan for 3 days and 2 nights. This happened last March, and mamaya, Umaya guys, may COVID story ako dahil sa trip na ito. So abangan nyo. Truly, our financial advisors work hard and they party harder. So, di ba guys, maganda talaga yung incentive tips namin dito sa AXA. Ngayon naman, let me share the reality of doing business versus doing AXA. Alam niyo guys, ngayon kasi, dahil pandemic, hindi ko talagang na-realize na bagay-bagay. Number one, in business, we really work hard day and night and even on weekends. Since I am into a bar and party business, lagi akong kulang sa tulog. It doesn't decide na project owner ka na, isang business, eh magbuhay mayaman ka na. In doing business, you take responsibility for everything. Para kang nakabantay all the time. Pag may problema, cargo mo yung lahat. In AXA, you just manage your clients and do F&Es. If weekend na, or gabi na, or if you don't feel like working, it's up to you, di ba? There's really a work-life balance. In business naman, income is based on season and weather condition. In food business, guys, ito tip. The food business, may lean season kami. Usually it starts January to March, tapos June to September. Usually during enrollment time, di mahina. Dahil syempre yung parents nagtitipid para sa tuition. Dito sa AXA, as long as you work hard, the income is unlimited. There's no cap in the commission. Walang din season dito. If AXA has quarterly volume bonus, yung explain ko kanina, sa business naman, kami nagbibigay ng bonus, guys. Kasi pag hindi kami nagbigay ng bonus, sangkatutak na sanctions ang binibigay sa amin ng Department of Labor and Employment. And mind you, nakadami na akong notice warning from the Department of Labor. We also attend trainings and schoolings too in business, kaya nga nag-culinary ako. Yun nga lang, personal expense ko yun. Sa AXA, everything is for free. We have a world-class training facilities and modules. Now, kahit na yung classroom, trainings are done virtually, so very convenient na talaga siya. We also have a strong mentorship and development program in AXA, like the MDRPs, mentoring program, the QSSR, the MHP, and the MDPs. And sa business, you attend seminars on your own and then you learn to experience. Naalala ko pa kung sino dito sa inyo into restaurant business or baking. Inaabangan ko yung WOFEX. Pinupuntahan ko talaga yan sa Manila, sa Davao, sa Cebu, to get suppliers, to buy mga things for the restaurant. So, ganun kami, we spend for our own. AXA also provides a good retirement program for its distributors. As a businessman naman, kami kumukuha for our own. And, syempre, kinukuha din namin ng mga empleyado. Otherwise, kung mag-close ang business, wala lang magdura sa amin. As a businessman naman, we also cannot travel longer kasi we have to issue checks for bills, check inventories, sales performance. Minsan, ayusin mo ang gulo kasi yung staff mo nag-aaway, then nagchichismisan. Alam mo guys, sometimes, honestly, doing business, masakit talaga sa ulo. Lalo na yung mga government requirements. ROLE, PIR, pag-ibig, and all. Masakit talaga yan sa ulo, guys. Sa AXA, you can have the ability to travel for free and you don't have to think about any legal requirements to continue your business. Business growth is another gamble. You may win, pwede kang malugi. The more you shell out capital, the more you need to do something for that capital to have an ROI. Ando talaga yung pressure kasi naglabas ka ng pera eh. Dito sa AXA, business growth is easy. You may refer an advisor para magkaroon ka ng passive income. You may also go up the ladder to be as a unit head like me and recruit another unit head, kagaya ng ginawa ko, I have 3 unit managers, and I'm earning from them and their advisors. So, yun yung guys. So ngayon, why did I stay in AXA? I may have several business guys, but AXA is my number 1 business. It is my priority business. The others are just my sideline. Number 2, insurance business is pandemic, siege, and calamity-proof business. Napatunayan ko na yan, guys. I even would like to thank AXA ngayon hindi dahil sa AXA, ang laki siguro talaga ng financial problem ko naman. Dahil lahat ng negosyo ko, sirado, Pero ang AXA ko, tuloy-tuloy ang income. Kaya alam mo ngayon pandemic, okay lang pala sa akin na may pandemic. I can really say that financially hindi ako affected. Nakasave pa nga ako dahil matigil yung laptop ko guys. Let me share a story ha. Kanina, di ba sabi ko may creatives kami sa AXA. Last March yun. During our annual awards kasi, in Manila, umuwi ako March 8 dito sa Zamboanga dahil nag-extend pa kami ng isang advisor ko. Pag-uwi ko ng Zamboanga, after 3 days, nagkaroon ako ng severe cough. Then I started having chills. At saka yung advisor ko din, nagkaroon din siya ng same symptoms. So, during that time kasi, hindi pa pwede maswab. Ang pwede nang maswab is yung may travel history outside the Philippines. Manila lang naman ako. So, hindi kami naswab, pero naging ano lang kami, event, something ano. And then, bigla na lang na nawala yung sense of taste ko, nawala yung sense of smell ko. And then, alam mo yung parang merong luggage na sobrang bigat, na hindi ako makahinga. Kita ko I run almost every day, pero hindi ako makahinga. Hirapan akong huminga. Hindi ko naman akong asthma ever since. And then, I cannot even go out of the bed kasi gusto ko lang kumain. Pwede lang ako kumain mga 2 minutes. Tapos kung kaya, I need to sleep again. So, ganun siya. So, the cough lasted for more than a month. So, matagal talaga siya. Pero I was really responsible dahil nagtulong ako sa kwarto. So, hindi ko alam kung may nahawa ako. Pero, so, meaning may antibody na ako for an infection that occurred several months ago. So, I am a presumptive recovered COVID-19 case, sabi sa result. So, fighter tayo guys. But maybe, kaya hindi ako takot during that time because I know I have an HMO with AXA or free hospitalization benefit from AXA. And it's for free. You will also enjoy that guys if nasa AXA na kayo. Guys, AXA kasi really gave me a peace of mind. Alam niyo ba ako asa siya? Yung usual na trabaho kasi is I'm into a dish development for restos and cafes. I develop menu and do the pricing. But lately, I stopped doing more of the chef duties dahil busy tayo with AXA. But this pandemic, it gave me a time to cook for my family. Kasi ganito, story guys Every time kasi yung nanay ko nagsasabi sa akin, lutuan mo nga ako ng pagkain mo. Lagi ko sinasabi, pagod na nga ako sa trabaho, magluto doon, dito na naman sa bahay. Trabaho na naman, para sa akin kasi doon ako na sa kwento ng pagluluto. Yung trabaho na siya. But I would like to thank siguro kayo busy rin. But so, absolutely helped me survive and even enjoy the pandemic. So number 3, guys, this is the only industry that you can enjoy life while doing business. My bonuses and free tips. It's like working for income, then my free tips and bonuses ka on the side. AXA also is highly professionalized organization. Kasi ako guys, ang dami kong friends na financial advisors from other companies, no? I can really say that AXA has a global standard, maintaining its highest competence and integrity, which sets up ahead of competition. It has mastered the system from learning portal to proposal generation, client management, and even yung business structure. Ang taas talaga ng standard ng AXA. So, yun. So, to close my talk, guys, let me just share a very simple quote. Actually, it's very common na to There is no success, there is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. This is my favorite line kasi gusto kong i-emphasize sa inyo guys na when you join AXA, hindi naman bukas successful ka na agad. Kahit saan naman, walang shortcut. Lahat dapat guys pinaghihirapan. Lahat guys nakadepende sa'yo. AXA will spoon feed you with almost everything that you need to excel in this industry. Pero nasa sa'yo yan kung paano mo gamitin ito. So, guys, now I'm asking everyone to take the challenge and be an AXA entrepreneur. Kung sino man yung guys, invite sa inyo ngayon dito to join, please favor guys. Pasalamatan niyo sila. Thank them. Alam niyo bakit? Dahil nasa tamang business ka. I can tell you, nasa tamang business ka. Ngayon ang panahon na mga tao nangangailangan ng insurance and protection. Ang daming realization ng mga tao ngayon when it comes to health and protection. So if you will not start now, baka maunahan kayo ng iba. So ano pa hintayin nyo guys? Ako sa inyo guys, after my speech, after this activity, mag-LMS na kayo. Okay ba guys? So that's all. I hope you learned something from my talk. So thank you very much guys.
Thank you so much, Michael or Mikoy, for that very inspiring message. Indeed, you are